Hello everybody, I'm Thrash Maniac HD, and this is your NXT review for November 27th, 2013, and sorry about the delay for the review. It was Thanksgiving, it was Black Friday, I was busy on both days. I didn't have the time to watch NXT or do the review, but this morning I watched NXT, and now I'm reviewing it. Also, today, Ohio State will kill that team up north, Michigan. So, OHIO, right there. Sorry, Simon, but that's not a carpet, it's a throw blanket. Get that right. But, overall, this week's episode of NXT wasn't as good as last week because of the story, but this was still a great episode. It was still a great episode. Let me take these out. These are distracting me. Alright, so we start off the show with a recap from last week where we recapped the whole Beat the Clock challenge episode with all the Beat the Clock matches and everything like that. And we get to that point where we got the main event for this week. Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, #1 contender for the NXT Championship. First match of the show, we get a match between two people from the main roster. Yoshi Tatsu versus Antonio Cesaro. Now, before the match got started, excuse me. So yeah, before the match got started, I guess the announcer Byron Saxon accidentally stepped on Cesaro's "We the People" flag, and Cesaro was getting in Byron Saxon's face and getting ready to choke him. William Regal comes out and pulls him out from under the ring, and throughout the whole match, Cesaro was staring at Regal. But for what it was, this was a good match between Yoshi Tatsu and Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro did the Cesaro swing, which was pretty cool. And the whole time he's just staring at Regal, and Regal ain't even looking back at him. But Cesaro hits the neutralizer for the 1, 2, 3. And Antonio Cesaro picks up the win in a good match. And it could be starting a Cesaro-Regal feud on NXT, possibly. That's what I'm thinking. Now we get to the low point of the episode, Bo Dallas interview. I mean, I don't have nothing too much against Bo Dallas, except that when he does his interviews like this, he is so corny. Corny! It wasn't a terrible interview, it was okay, but message to WWE, stop making Bo Dallas such a corny character and make him do something good. But luckily the interview was saved by CJ Parker coming in and telling him, you need to mellow out. And Bo's like, I didn't even know you were still employed. When was the last time you won a match? How about tonight when I beat you in the ring? And Bo's like, you're on. So coming up, we got CJ Parker versus Bo Dallas. I thought that match was alright. Bo Dallas ended up picking up the win so he can get some momentum for next week when he defends the NXT title against whoever's going to win between Zayn and Neville. And they brought up a note that Bo Dallas has held the NXT title today, being the 191 days Bo Dallas has been NXT champion. Longest reign in NXT history, longer than Seth Rollins, longer than Big E Langston. So, yeah. Then we get an interview with Emma. This is the first time I've seen Emma in a few weeks. And she said that she's been out because of head injury she suffered from being attacked by Summer Rae and Sasha Banks backstage. And then Paige comes in and was saying, there ain't going to be no excuses from you when we have our match for this championship. The NXT women's title, of course. And Paige saying, because of how you hit me a couple weeks ago. And Emma's like, that was an accident, like when you hit me. And she's in Paige's, no, that was an accident. What you did was just payback. So again, more tension between the two to build up for their potential, or their eventual title match coming soon. And then, speaking of Paige, we get a Paige segment backstage, and then out comes Natalya, of all people. Natalya is in there, and she's saying to Paige, I don't like this new attitude you have. And Paige is upset at her for doing Total Divas and saying that Natalya does not care about the Divas division or the Divas Championship or even the NXT Women's title for that matter. And Natalya bringing up the fact that they both have went through similar paths in the beginning of their careers. And Paige is like, well, you know what? I don't care. You're selling, she's basically saying to her, you sold out. And giving her a challenge for the NXT Championship at some point. And Natalya's just like, unbelievable how rude she is. Well, I mean, could you blame her, Natalya? You did sell out by doing Total freaking Divas. I mean, come on. No offense, but it's just how it is. But then we get another match coming up. Tyler Breeze in a rematch from last week against Kassius Ohno, and this is Kassius Ohno, probably his last match officially on NXT. And before Kassius Ohno got in the ring, Alexander Rusev comes out and smashes him in the back and then leaves. And then as Kassius Ohno gets in the ring, ring bell sounds. Cassius tries to go for a clothesline, misses. Tyler Breeze goes up with the spinning heel kick beauty shot. 1, 2, 3, Tyler Breeze wins in about 15 seconds, I think. So yeah, this was just the epic burial on Kassius Ohno. I don't know, maybe they'll let him do one more match next week against Alexander Rusev for that to happen, I guess. I don't know. We'll see, but as of now, I would think this is Kassius Ohno's final match in NXT or next week. And then we won't ever see him again, which is a damn shame. Still am not too happy about him being released, but it is what it is. But then we get a segment with the BFFs, all three of them. Summer Rae, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair soon leaves because in comes Bayley. And Bayley's like, I demand to talk to Charlotte now. And Summer Rae's like, she doesn't want to talk to you. And in fact, your friends Paige and Emma aren't even getting along, so really you have no friends. And telling her to scram, and Bayley's like, no, I demand to talk to her now. And then she says, I've got friends in a tag match coming soon. So probably next week or so, or 2 weeks from now, we're going to see a tag match. I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. But I thought this segment was pretty good to build up for that. Then we get a pre-match interview with Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. I thought this was a really good little pre-match build for the match. And, yeah. Then we get to a tag match, Hunico and Camacho versus the Ascension. Basically left over from last week when Hunico and Camacho won their match in an epic squash and made the challenge to the Ascension. The Ascension accepted, and they get the match here. For a short match, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good short match. Hunico and Camacho ended up picking up the win, so that puts them in line for a title shot against the Ascension soon. So, yeah. Now we get to the main event match of the night, and probably I would say the second best match I've seen in NXT ever. Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, winner gets a title shot next week against Bo Dallas for the NXT title. This match was amazing. I couldn't believe some of the stuff I saw in this match. I mean, it's Pac versus El Generico, basically. This match was off the charts. I would say that, this is the second best match I've seen on NXT behind Sami Zayn and Antonio Cesaro from back in August in the 2 out of 3 Falls match. But this, Adrian Neville ended up picking up the victory, which was pretty sweet. Would have liked to seen Sami Zayn get one more chance, but Adrian Neville, he's one of my top 5 favorites on the NXT roster right now. And it's cool to see him get a shot next week. And yeah, like I said, it was an amazing match. One of the best I've seen this year. And yeah, that does it for this week's episode. Overall, a great episode. If you guys want to check it out, the link of the episode is in the description box. But until the next video, peace and OHIO!